Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, we're talking about PlayStation 2 emulation on iOS with IPSX2. Now, I've been sent this news tip a number of times here from a number of people who think this is the official port of ARMSX2 to iOS. And it's not. So at the time of filming, version 0.1.1 is the latest update. Now, I haven't been able to find the source code here. I mean, if you download the source code zip file, it's literally just a README file. And I'm pretty sure this one has been made with AI, and it's not the official version of ARMSX2 for iOS. Stern is working on that, and Stern is a very well-known developer. Now, I don't have an iPhone to take a look at this thing, and even if I did, IPSX2 would not be up my alley, and I wouldn't expect it to be up yours. Who knows, maybe it is, but let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. I would say probably worthwhile to avoid this one altogether. But moving on from that, and next up here, we're talking about Windows emulation on Android with BannerHub. Now, this one is very interesting. Taking a look at the description, we've talked about this one in a previous video or two, I believe. But anyways, here taking a look at the description on GitHub, and they say GameHub 5.3.5 revamped, enhanced with a full component manager, in-app component downloader with source tracking, GOG Games tab, OAuth 2 login, library sync download pipeline, in-game performance toggles, RTS touch controls, and even more. So at the time of filming, BannerHub version 2.7.0 is the latest update. And they say here, the GOG Games integration in this release is based on the research and implementation of the game native team. Their work on the GOG API pipeline, OAuth 2 authentication flow, download architecture, and library sync made this feature possible. Without their hard work, this would not have been possible. If you are interested in this one and wanted to learn more about it, like everything we talk about, links are within that GitHub link in the bottom of the description below. I don't hide my sources. I'll also include this link up on Reddit emulation on Android that talks about BannerHub and these new features and what BannerHub is all about. It's a really interesting project overall. And speaking about interesting stuff, hopefully the whole video is interesting for you. Anyways, here next up, we're talking about Dragon Quest and Square Enix and Google. And if you're a fan of Dragon Quest and chatbots, you might be excited about this one. This is up on Video Games Chronicle. You know where the links are if you're interested in learning more about it. But listen to this headline. Square Enix has partnered with Google to put an AI chatbot in Dragon Quest X, or Dragon Quest X. So for some more context here, this conversational AI companion will be called Chatty Slimy, and it will help guide lost players. It is powered by Google Gemini. It will have conversations. And it's a very interesting concept overall. Honestly here, I'm curious to see where this goes, how it's implemented, and how it's received. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments below. Would you like something like this in-game if it's optional, or would you say it's horrible? I'm curious. On a side note here, and further to why I'm interested to see where this goes, because I believe sometimes something with innocent and good intentions can kind of go sideways pretty quick when given to the public and given to gamers. Because listen to this headline up on PC Gamer, and this one was from a while back in November. Where Winds Meet is full of AI chatbot NPCs, and people are doing all the standard obscene stuff to them. I made him think that my character was pregnant with his child. Let me know your thoughts. Next up here, if you're running Linux and you game on it, for example, if you've got a Steam Deck or just a PC running Linux or another gaming handheld with Linux on it and you do use Proton, you might be excited to know that GE Proton 1034 has just been released. GE is the glorious egg roll version of Proton. It's a custom version and one that I do highly recommend checking out if you are gaming on Linux. So this latest update has a whole bunch of component updates and some game-specific fixes. For example, fixes for stuff in God of War Ragnarok, GTA 5, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, Assassin's Creed 1, and also Final Fantasy 14. Next up, we're shifting from software to hardware and talking about Qualcomm, and I would argue this is not good news at all. Listen to this headline up on Reddit Linux, and I followed it up to take a look on GitHub, and it's true. Qualcomm officially kills open source hope. No plans to release DSP headers for Snapdragon X. So here is Qualcomm's GitHub, and we can see this issue has been closed, but it was titled Open Sourcing of DSP Headers, creating this issue to track the progress of open sourcing DSP headers. All the updates are intended to be posted here. And then Qualcomm responds, or someone working for Qualcomm responds, closing the issue as there are no plans to open source DSP headers as of now. So at a very high level here, I'd say this is a bit of a blow to the future of Linux on ARM. I mean, a lot of people are big fans of Snapdragon CPUs. I, for one, am. And I'm not a fan of this decision overall. I think in the Linux space specifically, if you're looking forward to the future of Linux on ARM, this is not great because I think this will hinder development. To be honest with you, I've got no idea why Qualcomm is taking this stance. You'd think they'd want to encourage stuff like this and encourage the Linux community, and arguably would also benefit other communities. But anyways here, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments below. Fingers crossed they change their stance at some point in time, but it seems right now that they're not going to. But moving on from that, next up we're talking about Mega Meat Boy. And if you're a fan of Super Meat Boy and wondering what the game would look like on a Mega Drive or Genesis, well, you're not going to have to wonder too much longer. There's an interesting project up on itch.io titled Mega Meat Boy. And it's exactly what you think it is. Meat Boy ported over to the Mega Drive Genesis. And speaking about games, last up here we're talking about Guilty Gear Strive. And if you're a fan of Guilty Gear Strive and haven't played it in a while, now might be a great time to revisit the game. If you've never played it before, now might be a good time to get into the game. They have just announced version 2.0. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff in this new version. I mean, major new changes, they say, battle changes, there's new mechanics, new moves, and even more. This is a massive update for the game overall. I mean, the music alone is enough to get most people into the game. And this game is right up my alley, and who knows, maybe it's up yours. I mean, it looks like an absolutely fantastic new version, and one that I am pumped for. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Feel free to discuss anything we talked about in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.